Happy summer, Diva family. I hope you are enjoying these longer days. I myself am about to head into the endless summer of Sweden and Estonia, where I'll get to experience 18 hours of sunlight. Because I'm leaving town, this episode is a short one with a personal story and a message from the universe, and it will be the only episode this month. I'm giving myself a little break from the podcast grind to enjoy my vacation and my birthday next month, so only one episode in August as well. For those of you tracking, Psychedelic Divas just celebrated its 2-year anniversary. And if that wasn't reason enough to celebrate, ListenNotes, which tracks and rates podcasts worldwide, says that we are in the top 3% of all podcasts globally. And that's because y'all have been listening. So thank you so much for showing up. I can't thank you enough. So one thing that people are always asking me is, are you having fun with your podcast? And my honest response is no, it's not really fun because it's a lot of tedious work. There are a lot of pieces that need to happen. And thank goodness I have my amazing producer, Sonia Flores, who keeps this whole thing moving. But even with help, it's a lot of pieces. And I have a very full work life. And I do this podcast on top of all of it. But here's the thing. I never expected it to be fun. I'm doing it because the medicine asked me to do it. This is my service back to the medicine. Because the medicine has gifted me so many blessings in my life. I live a blessed life. I want others to live the same. That's why I do this podcast. So while I'm not really having fun with it, I will say I absolutely love the hour I spend interviewing the women who come on the show. That part is amazing. But everything else is kind of a slog. So I was thinking about this lack of fun thing the other day, and I decided to ask my guides, hey, how could the podcast be more fun? Because it could be fun. I mean, anything can be fun. And I love play. Play is a core part of who I am. It's one of my higher energies. And my guide said, well, you could do these short little teaching episodes, just sharing little nuggets of wisdom. They don't all have to be hour-long interviews or thought pieces. And I was like, oh, thanks, guides. And then they reminded me of the story I'm about to tell you. A living, breathing example of how the universe is waiting to gift you. I hope it resonates with you. So on our first date, my husband asked me what I was good at. And I hesitated because he had already said he was good at so many things. He's an avid mountain biker. He was a general contractor, so he can build things. He's a psychologist. He's a gardener. He's an amazing musician. He has all these hobbies, and I don't really have hobbies. My hobby is personal growth in psychedelics. So I answered him in kind of an odd way. I said, I'm really good at building community. And I explained some of the ways I do that in my life and in my world. And that is definitely true of me. I am a committed community builder. And then I said something else kind of odd. I said, I'm also good at getting into the back door of whatever. I know how to find my way into places in my world where I want or need to be. I slide my way in. I find the right connection, the right whatever to make things happen. And I want to tell you a little story about one night when I did exactly that for a sweet girlfriend of mine. At the time, I was living in San Francisco, and the girlfriend lived in Santa Cruz. She had kids and an ex and a full life and a lot of stress, and she had magically gotten it all taken care of so she could come up for the weekend to come play with me. She was new to the world of psychedelics, and she was excited to do something with me in the city. And honestly, it was a lot of pressure. I needed to manifest the night of her dreams with zero plans because this was all very last minute. And I was like, all right, let me think about this. So I checked some websites looking for live music, and I found out that Michael Franti was playing at the Fillmore that night. Now, two things. One, I lived within walking distance of the Fillmore at the time. And two, the concert was sold out. So I said, well, let's go do that. We'll just get in. And she's like, okay. So we got dressed up and we took MDMA and off we went. And if we hadn't gotten in, we were going to go do something else. I don't even remember what the backup plan was. Maybe there wasn't one. We stood in line at the box office, and my idea, my whole plan, was that someone would have turned in tickets, and we would just magically be able to buy them. And that's how I figured how this was going to go down. Because in my mind, oh no, we're going. We're going to this concert. You're here. We're making this happen. This is your one night out. This is a big deal. We're going. Unfortunately, the people in front of us made it very clear there were no tickets available. And we had now stood in line about 20 minutes to get to the window. So I very confidently walked up to the window and said, "Hi, we're on the list," which we obviously were not. She asked my name. I showed her my ID, Carla Detchon, and she looked very carefully through her list, flipping through the pages. Okay. Uh-huh. No. Okay. How about this list? Oh dear. No, I'm definitely not seeing your name. Really? It should be there. And I'm looking concerned, right? And she says, well, which list? Which list were you on? And I look up, and behind her on the wall is a poster for the radio station at the time, which was KFOG. And I said, we're on the KFOG list. I mean, again, I am making this up as I go along. She checks. I'm not seeing you here. And now I have this, I mean, not angry, certainly, but just this genuinely devastated reaction. Oh no! She drove all the way up from Santa Cruz for this. She got a babysitter. This has to work out. Just that energy of, oh, please help us, kind lady of the box office. But what I was really doing was praying to the universal goddess of the box office. And seeing my distress, which was real in that moment, she goes and talks to somebody. She talks. Some things are happening. And all of a sudden, she's just waving us through. Come over here, over here. She stamps our hands. And we are in. We are in, people. We went from zero plans, from my friend arriving saying, hey, I'm here. I need a magical evening with you. Make it happen. And the universe just responded. Now, she was obviously very impressed. And to be honest, I myself was quite impressed that I'd pulled this off. And it was a great night. Michael Franti was awesome. If you don't know the Fillmore in San Francisco, it's a tiny club, and we were dancing and having just the very best evening. An elevated, high-conscious, fun, sacred play, sacred recreating kind of evening. But here's the reason for this episode. Because this is the message that I got that night. At one point, I sat down, and I was just drinking some water, and this message came in so clear. And the message was this: the universe is waiting to gift you. I closed my eyes, and I could see that my path was strewn with gemstones. It was as if I was walking through a Disney movie, and there were just gems everywhere. And all I had to do was receive them. All I had to do was be in the vibration that would open me to welcoming them, to receiving them, to calling them in. I had to shift my vibration to the level where I could receive these gems that were literally strewn everywhere in my path. All I had to do was reach down and scoop them up, call them in, know that they were there. And I have to say, I've pretty much lived my life that way ever since. Now, has everything worked out? No, because I forget my own messaging a lot of the time. But when I tune into it, when I remember the vibrational quality of that message, the universe is waiting to gift you. The universe is waiting to gift you. When I feel the resonance of that in my body, things align. And that can be anything. It can be as simple as a parking spot. And I'm not talking about your local mall. I'm talking about downtown San Francisco. It can be a parking spot. It can be a client. It can be a relationship. It can be a connection that grows into something that ripples out into who knows what. Because that is what the universe is here to do. It is waiting to gift you. Thanks for listening. And I look forward to hearing how the universe gifts you after you've listened to this episode. Please share because I'd love to know. You can find me at Psychedelic Divas on Instagram. Now, I got to go pack for my trip, which I'm sure you will hear about in future episodes. Thanks so much for being part of this 2-year ride. Top 3%, baby! Sending you all tons of love today. Thank you so much.